Gadget Girl here on day 119, heading out north from Thunderhead Lodge to the Lehigh River. It's really muggy today. The humidity is super high. Had storms last night. I think there's supposed to be more today. But we did take yesterday as a 0 day. We all needed that. Got a few things done that we needed to. I washed my pack, which was getting pretty sweaty and gross. So I was happy to get that done. We went to Walmart and did a little resupply. Did some laundry. And I worked on videos. Had really good Wi-Fi at the Mahoning Inn. So it was a good day yesterday, and hopefully it'll be a good day today. We'll see how it goes. Trail is a nice wide road bed so far this morning. Let's see how that holds up. So far, good hiking. I think it'll be rough towards the end of the day, though, at least. Here at 2 miles in, there's a power line right away. Not too much of a view today, it's really hazy. Big tower here. And the trail goes on. Just barely past the power line right away is a Blue Blaze trail to the new Tripoli campsite and spring down that way. And the trail goes this way. Shortly after that campsite, the rocks have started. And that jumbled mess is the trail. As if the rocks aren't enough, we have blowdowns across the rocks. It's a nice small campsite, 2.2 miles into today's hike. All surrounded by ferns. Yep, that's the trail. And yep, that's the trail. I'm guessing this is the section they refer to as Knife's Edge. Since that's pretty narrow. This goes on a long ways, and it's not easy. All right, I made it across that and down this. Now all we got to deal with is this. Much easier. I've come to a viewpoint. Of course, the view is pretty much a fog, but you can make out a little bit of the valley down there below. Here's an old marker that says Game Lands. I think it's from 1967, looks like. The trail's gotten a little better. It's not nearly as rocky. Still a few here waiting to trip you up, but a lot easier walking. I've come out at Bake Oven Knob. Trail goes right across the road to a parking area, up a steep little bank, and then on into that gate, I assume. Trail Angel has left some water, some soft drinks. Awesome. Just an easy little section of rock here. More rock scrambling. Honestly, this seems ridiculous. That last rock scramble was really hard. It was even harder because it really wasn't well marked. So I kept having to check and make sure I'm far out that I was on the right path. And it was a hard rock scramble. This has probably been my hardest day hiking so far. And it's not over. We're having lunch together here at Big Knob Shelter. All right, it's nice to have just a garden variety rock scramble here instead of a variety that feels like it's life-threatening. We'll get through it. All right, watch for the arrow on the rock on this rock scramble because it looks like you could go on that way, but clearly we go that way. More lovely garden variety rocks. Rock, rock, rock today. Fairly decent tent site here, 7.5 miles into today's hike. Be a good place to rest after doing all those rock climbs. Trail's turned a little bit kinder. Hopefully it stays that way for a while. There's a sign here that says Blue Mountain Eagle Club welcomes you. I presume they're the ones who do trail maintenance here. All right, now we've got a new twist. A rock scramble through a power line right away. So it's in the hot sun. All right, let's get this done. Actually, there's a pretty good path, thankfully. We'll see what happens on up here. All right, yeah, it turns into a bit of a rock scramble. Thankfully, the power line doesn't go on too far, or the trail doesn't go on too far through the power line right away. And we're back to a rock scramble in the woods. Yay. We have a cooler, 2 coolers, and a bag here. Let's see what's in them. Lots of water in this one. Quite a few of them are empty, but some of them still have water. Ooh, and some drinks here. Yay. Might have one of those. I think I'll try the black cherry. And the bag is to hold the trash. Cool. Thank you to whoever left this. The black cherry is delicious. And it's nice and cool too. Very refreshing, and it's a real pick-me-up. Thanks. This is a pretty dry area. There is a sign here that says reliable water can be found in a half a mile down this Ashfield Road that we're coming up to. But whoever the trail angel is that left the water and the soda, that's so much appreciated. It's hard to walk half a mile just to get water and then have to walk half a mile back, so much, much appreciated. We have a special alert here. Somebody left dog treats with fish hooks on them. They cleaned up all they could. I did read about this in Far Out, but whoever could do that is a horrible person, and I hope they find them and they have to pay for it. In the meantime, if you're hiking in this area, watch your dogs. We have a sign here telling us this section is maintained by the Keystone Trails Association. Let's see how they do. Campsite there, not very far from Ashfield Road. Maybe a 1/10 of a mile. Well, the threatened thunderstorm has kicked in. So now we'll be hiking in the rain. Hopefully it doesn't last long. Here's another of the state game lands markers. This one also says Lehigh County, Washington Township, 1963. Oh, here's a handy marker for a change. There's this trail, that way. Pretty little AT symbol here somebody's placed. I will say Pennsylvania has kind of beat us down with the rocks, but I'm still finding joy in the trail. It's really pretty this afternoon after that thunderstorm. Walking into another little area that's got ferns all along the side, and they smell amazing after the rain. So, they're still good in every day. Just have to look for it. This really is an amazing experience. And I hope that all of you out there who would like to do the same thing someday, go ahead and work to make it happen, because it is worthwhile. Here's a gorgeous campsite about 3.2 miles from the end of today's hike, which is just before you get to the Lehigh River. Pretty nice walking right now. Hopefully it stays that way. Of course, it never seems to. There's a bypass trail that apparently rejoins the AT in 1.5 miles. Looks like the AT goes this way, I believe. I'll be looking for some, yep, there's White Blaze up there. Right there. Shortly after that trail intersection, passing some sort of tower here. I think it's a cell tower. Pretty decent view here, about 2.5, 3 miles from the end of today's hike. Even better view a few feet up the trail. You can see much more of the towns. More town view, and I'm passing a couple more cell towers. There are a few more tiny ripe blueberries. They're on teensy tiny little bushes. Trail maintainers have been hard at work here, chopping some weeds. Trail's pretty nice and clear right here. A little campsite here at the top of the hill overlooking Palmerton, about 1.3 miles from the end of my hike today. Hiking just up through a big field up here on the top of the ridge. Come upon a sign here that shows the AT South and the AT North, and it says the Devil's Pulpit is closed, Lehigh Gap Nature Center. I'm here at the George Outerbridge shelter with a couple of other hikers. They tell me this shelter was built in 1967. It's an old one, but very cool. There is a piped spring here near the shelter that is running. All right, there's a sign telling me to turn left to stay on the AT North. And there's also a sign that says, as part of the ongoing relocation of the Appalachian Trail between Lehigh, Furnace Gap, and Little Gap, The AT has been relocated between this point and the road crossing at Pennsylvania 873 and tells how to follow it. Always relocating. And here's the turn. It goes across these rocks. At least they have been, it looks like, placed kind of as stepping stones. So they're a smoother surface to walk on than many of the rocks in Pennsylvania. We'll see how it goes. Here's something new in bloom. Kind of looks like a lilac. I'm not sure if it is or isn't, but it's pretty. And I'm almost done for the day. I can see the highway. It's been a long and tough day. Lots of rocks. My feet are feeling it. Another cooler with water in it. Right here by the road. The Pennsylvania Trail Angels have been great with water.